finding the gap for maximum profitability. Finding the gap is something that I've been really passionate about doing pretty much since I started my accountancy firm 11 years ago. But it's something that I have been really passionate about pretty much since the beginning. So I want to share that with you today. I want to share with you what that means and how actually it positively impacts the profitability of your business as well. So I have some content that I want to go through. For those of you that are hopping on that might be new to the Facebook group, my name is Annette Ferguson. I'm CEO of Annette & Co, UK-based accounting firm. I'm a chartered accountant, certified profit first professional and income strategist, and I help business owners take home more money in their business for them and their families to enjoy. So I massively appreciate you tuning in today. Do remember, the economy is changing minute by minute, and much of your competition may in fact be retreating at the moment. The market in general is looking for leadership, and your people are looking for leadership from someone. Your people being a numerous amount of things: your audience, your team, all those types of things. People are looking for leadership, and that someone can be you in your space. Because right now, as entrepreneurs, we have the ability to do one of two things. We can retreat and, in all honesty, contribute to the collapse of the economy, or we can lean in and be part of a recovery process, both locally and nationally. And the key to doing this, I believe, part of the key to doing this is helping to finding the gap that exists. So there is always, apologies for that. I had a Facebook call coming through. There is always a meaningful and gaping hole in what your competitors are doing and where the gap in your industry lies. In most spaces, that gap is human connection, accountability, and a high level of service. And far too often, people in your space don't fulfill the promises, they don't make themselves accessible, and they don't provide the support needed in order to fully support their customers and clients. And often they don't even follow on with implementation of what they said they were going to deliver. So this leaves your clients and your customers with more questions and growing levels of frustration. So finding your gap and delivering what is needed to close that gap is how you can grow in the current economy. So you need to find it, identify it, and then work out how your business can close it. Close that gap between what your customers and clients really are looking for, but are not actually being delivered at present, or are being delivered in a pretty shoddy way. And there is a gap in every single industry. So in order to determine what the gap in your industry is, then we need to start listening to the market. That is, in reality, the only way that we can really be clear is to listen. So even if you post a lot on social media and all those kinds of things, make sure you also have your listening ears on, as I would tell my children, so that you can really clearly identify what people are actually saying. So what is the thing that all consumers in your space are frustrated about? What is the thing that's holding people back from getting real results or transformations or whatever it is, whatever the term that is in your market? What is missing from most offers that would create a better outcome for your clients or customers? And what do most successful people in your market have in place that no one seems to be talking about? So brainstorm those questions, work out what the answer is to those, and they will lead you in the direction of your industry's gap. And once you see it, then it's time to make a robust plan to fill it as well. So how can we do that? Well, we need to dial in on our offer. So once you've found the gap, consider the unique way that you can serve your clients that fills that gap. This will likely mean moving away from what everyone else is doing in your industry, which, by the way, is usually a sign you're on the right path, because when industries act like sheep, it usually does not typically massively benefit the customer. And that's what we're looking for here. We're looking to massively benefit the customer. And a gap means no one is meeting the need you are about to meet. So your offer should look different from everyone else's, because it is. And that's a good thing, a really, really good thing. I'm sure that you probably heard online before the phrase where people say, you should zig when everyone else zags. And that is what this is. That is what filling the gap does. So instead of designing your products, your services, your offerings around your preferences, listen to the market and find the intersection of your expertise and what they need. I am not saying that you throw out your expertise. That is incredibly important. So when you're designing it, yes, you need to manage to get your expertise working for you, but you also very, very much need to find that intersection between your expertise and what they really, truly need. And they are telling you. You just need to listen. So once you've done that, you can get the people and the team and the structure in place to serve. So for us, for example, we offered fixed fee services years before they were even being considered by any other firms. We understood that clients did not want the uncertainty of a bill dropping through their door for a quick question from their accountant. We also opened up communication lines so that it was easier for clients to get answers to quick questions. So we heard again from a lot of people that they were complaining about their current accountant, and they were telling us that they would ask a question and they would never get an answer. So we completely shifted how that works in our business internally in order to help and support clients with what they are saying they need. So once you fill the gap, then the clients will be ready and they're waiting, because people will start talking about the thing that you have filled the gap with that no one else is offering or doing. And you can massively, massively draw in and dig down and go deep on that. Because the thing is that the gap is uncharted territory, and it can be scary to step into it at first. But it is massively important, and you'll see massive results when you do, because now is the time. We have so much uncertainty anyway, don't we, that actually if you come forward with a clear statement of really what you stand for and what you are doing differently, then it's refreshing to your clients and customers who you've listened to, who have said that this is the thing that they need and want. So set yourself apart in a way that will truly place you in a category of one, by doing what others in your industry are unwilling to do. We are constantly in my business looking for gaps that are emerging and existing, and going and slotting ourselves in there. And I highly, highly recommend that you do this strategic work to figure out what the gap in your industry is as well, because once you do that, your growth will go to exponential and your bottom line will follow. Now, of course, you need to make sure that all your programs and products and services are profitable in their own silos in order to ensure that your bottom line will follow. But let's assume you've done that work. Let's assume you have a profit plan in place in your business so that you really understand the profit that exists, and therefore your bottom line would follow as a result. Now, whilst I just touched on the profit plan there, the profit plan is something that we implement with clients, and it is incredible for ensuring that a business is highly profitable and that the plan for profit is highly implementable as well. So thank you everyone who is tuning in. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time. I know it's incredibly precious, and I thank you so much for spending some of it with me. Have an incredible rest of your day. And I will speak to you all really soon. I hope you've enjoyed this session. Take care.